Hi everyone, my name is Robert Giannini. I'm a junior industrial engineering student from West Virginia University, and I love flashcards. They have helped me through so many classes and provide me with an easy way to study anywhere. That is why I want to share some simple tips to help you make effective flashcards and optimize your studying. My keys for effective flashcards include consolidation, comprehension, and simplification. Flashcards are generally grouped into decks, and how you choose to create decks can be a major factor towards your organization and comprehension. It is best practice to use a few larger decks than to use several smaller decks. An example of this could be combining your flashcards into a deck for each exam rather than creating a deck for each lecture. The first benefit to this strategy is that it will make your digital flashcard account or physical collection of flashcards less cluttered. The second benefit is that it promotes review of the entire material instead of fragmented sections. This leads to better comprehension by allowing you to connect dots across different topics, and it makes larger collections of information less daunting. Seeing 50 terms in a deck might seem intimidating, but after some repetitions, that number becomes much more manageable and you will be more confident come exam day. One of the biggest mistakes I made with flashcards was trying to memorize something I did not understand. Therefore, it is key that you understand the material before trying to memorize it through flashcards. This is because you get little utility from memorizing something you do not understand. You are first less likely to remember the information, which defeats the purpose of flashcards, and more importantly, you are less likely to apply that information correctly. I had classes that I swore only tested my memorization skills, and I tried to brute force my way through them with memorization. I realized, though, that taking the extra 15 minutes to check my understanding and ask a clarifying question would save me hours of ineffective memorization. And in addition to saving time, I would start to enjoy the classes more once I understood their content better. With good deck structure and a solid understanding of the material, the last step is to make the actual flashcards. And the biggest tip for effective flashcards is to make them as simple as possible. This means keeping each flashcard to the minimum amount of information possible. So instead of asking a question that includes 4 answers, separate each of those answers into their own flashcard. Students often write complex flashcards to reduce the number of total cards, but this method comes with several drawbacks. The first is that you will likely have to repeat a complex card several times before getting all components of the answer correct, which eliminates the benefit of fewer cards. The second is that you cannot focus on the specific information you are having trouble remembering, which leads you to only remembering part of the card. If you are having trouble keeping cards to the minimum amount of information possible, try using fill-in-the-blank questions. This format forces you to keep answers to only a few words. As shown, you can make your flashcards more effective in several ways. The first step is to decide on a method of organization that creates larger decks which span more material. The second step is to ensure you understand the material before you start memorizing. And finally, keep your individual flashcards as simple as possible. These tips will allow you to create better flashcards, which will benefit you in so many ways. You can gain confidence before exams, help others with their studying, and be equipped with a skill you can carry all throughout college and into any learning environment you may encounter. So, get out there and don't forget your flashcards. Thank you.